Only on the wings of a falcon are we free from the waters that bind us. Wired Productions presents created by Tomas Sala. Music and sound design, Benedict Nichols. A bunch of other people. Okay, anyway, this is the Falconeer. I'm playing it because it's a Series X launch title, apparently. I think so, yes. And it's a bird game, and I've been playing bird games lately. So this is going to join, what was it called? Airy and Feather and Vane in a new playlist I'm going to create called Bird Games. So let's get started. I did play through a little bit of the tutorial and managed to just completely kill myself and have to restart the tutorial. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just restart the tutorial together.
We all feel drawn to huddle behind the strong, to abdicate our safety to those who go onwards without fear. Their flames, fuel for stories and virtuous heroes. How brightly did your flame burn?
This creepy lady talks to you a lot. I don't know what she's about.
Attention applicants. Your Empress needs you. With these incidents east of Dunkel and the freebooter threat, we have fallen on desperate times. If successful, you will be part of a new garrison at the Imperial Peak.
I love that there's a place called Dunkel in this world. Raneth Court asks, does Valhalla count as a bird game since you had a bird you can fly around? No. Unless I decided to clip only the part where I was flying around as the bird. But yeah, so I wouldn't call that a... So it is a game with a bird. It's not a bird game. And it's definitely not a bird video. So these are all... So this is going to be joining the ranks of bird videos.
Many of you will fail these tests. Only the very best can serve at this post. Today, we start with simple performance assessments for each of you.
Ah, yes, bureaucracy.
First, you will perform some basic maneuvers. Second, you will take out a number of barrage balloons. It is critical that you keep your bird away from the balloons. This is live ordnance.
So even more than his hat and cape, the spelling of the word maneuvers is what makes this a particularly fancy man, and I am there for it.
Third, we will attempt a recharging run through a storm. This isn't a game. This is real lightning. If you dally too long, your ammo packs will overcharge.
One of my favorite pieces of dialogue in any game is, "This is not a game."
For the final test, we have sourced some old barges for targeting and bombing. For your own safety, your weapons must be locked unless told otherwise. Understand? The Empress has an appointment at her Thunderstrike flagship at the exact time, so no wandering off or deviating from the flight plan. There will be repercussions if you do. Good luck.
All right, let's get to this.
Morning, Greenhorn. Let's see you fly that warbird. Start off with a slow dive. Chop chop.
So this game is gorgeous. It's got a kind of a... I don't want to quite call it minimalist art style.
Diving accelerates your bird and generates energy for special maneuvers.
Hey, you shush. Don't talk quite so loud.
Your bird is energized for dashes and rolls. Show me a strong dash.
Okay, so left
Now
bumper.
let me see some evasive rolling. You can do this by dashing while turning. Now I want you to do a flyby of the Imperial Harbor, recording its precise location.
We don't know where the harbor is. Okay, so I'm not just a bird, I'm actually a gun bird. And that's really the best kind of bird. I am actually a little bit disappointed that, you know, when we got our daughter a bird, we didn't get her a gun bird. But whatever, you know, her budgie will have to do. Here's the harbor.
Good. Now we set off to the next waypoint and dispatch the barrage balloons.
Alright, so anyway, about the art style, it's like, I don't know exactly what the term term is for this kind of art, where it's not like it's weird, minimalist, low poly, but the forms are simple. The textures are very simple. It's like you've got these sort of single color shaders that where it's like I don't know. It's like they're not trying to come up with sort of a realistic texture for things, but things still are geometrically complex. It's a fascinating kind of art style, and I just love it. And I love that this is the direction that we're going in next gen. It's like that we're not. There are games that are going for photorealism, but this represents a sort of a pretty common direction that games go.
Free. Be careful. That's live ammunition, and those balloons are expensive.
Anyway, I love the idea that we don't necessarily have to just always drive towards realism. Like that's sort of like a shared goal that everyone has. Like when you have the power of a new generation of consoles, it doesn't just open up the ability to make photorealistic stuff. It opens up tons of artistic possibilities, and the possibilities are endless. Like, for instance, I'm pretty sure I can actually tangle myself up in these wires. I'm bending the wire. Boom. And then I'm, hitting something and splashing into the water. Like, that was unnecessary. It's like, I was talking, when I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's like, there are some unnecessary levels of detail in that game. But it's really cool because it's like, it sort of adds this kind of texture to the game where, it just, everything feels more real. Everything, all the normal things you do, all the things you could do in any generation feel better when there's these weird little details you could only do today. So should I be following this guy? Is that what I'm trying to do? I think I've got one balloon I haven't hit, but unfortunately I'm having trouble. Oh, there it is.
Nice work. Your weapon is a valuable relic. We'll need to recharge it from a nearby thunderstorm.
Okay, so I don't quite understand this part of it. So I need to recharge in a thunderstorm. I don't actually see. Oh wait, maybe that bottom bar is my ammo. Because there's one bar in my HUD. The HUD is beautiful. It doesn't communicate what things are all that well. It's mostly pretty. So I guess that bottom bar might be the thing that's depleted that I now need to recharge in a thunderstorm. I'll have to pay more attention to it later.
Fly into the clouds to attract the lightning. At any sign of overheating, dive towards the ocean to cool down.
Okay, yeah, so you can see that bar did fill up. Any sign of overheating, I can dive into the water. Splash. I don't know what a sign of overheating is.
Glowing at the back of your bird. Perhaps you will make it to the guards after all. At the next waypoint, we'll practice targeting and focusing. There is a barge up ahead. Find it and stay locked on.
Okay, I didn't realize that there were these pots on my back, so it's not my HUD. So I actually don't know what's going on. Is that me overheating? Is that what that HUD thing is that was filling up? I don't know, that can't be it, because going in the water didn't do anything to that. Okay, so I need to lock a target. So is that X? Yes, I've locked a target.
The barge has a turret. Consider it a sub-target. Lock onto that for accuracy.
Okay, so I hit the A button.
Now open fire, destroy the turret and the ship. Keep your eyes on the target for each pass.
Right. So this is one of those shooty games, one of those flight sims where you control your cursor with your left stick, not your right stick. Like, there's some games where, you use the right stick to look around, and looking around is how you aim your gun, and it's almost like any other shooter. It's like playing Call of Duty or something. This is one of the flight sims where your gun is aimed by the direction of your craft.
This time we'll destroy it by bombing.
So I aim it by aiming my bird, and so it's interesting because it kind of like it plays with my habits and my expectations. Like I'm so used to aiming with my right stick that trying to aim with my left thumb can be a real challenge.
Now pick up a floating mine. Aim your bird down and break at the same time. If you are close enough, your bird will grab a mine.
Oh, I just grabbed it.
Now,
I didn't actually
when in
realize there
range,
was a mine here.
drop it onto the barge, but don't get too close.
So this is how I screwed up before. I ended my tutorial by dropping the mine when I was too close, when I was too low. So I'm not, so let me, okay, I'm gonna aim down with my right stick, and then, oh, I couldn't see it. What happened? Did I fail? I did fail. Okay. So what I did before was I aimed down with my left stick to get close to the ship, and I was too close to the ship when when the mine went off. Oh, what's this? Seems bad. Was that bad, or was that a thing I wanted to destroy? I don't know. Let's go pick up a mine. I didn't get one. I've got something. I don't know what this is. Alright, let's drop that. Dropping things is really hard. Especially because I can't seem to aim completely straight down. Okay, I've got another mine. Let's go high enough that I won't get killed. Did that work? No, wow, I'm just missing by a mile. Dang, this is gonna be hard. So I'm sorry if this camera's making anyone seasick. Like, I'm kind of struggling to keep it smooth. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to drop it earlier than usual. And is it just bounce? Oh, why is it bouncing? Why would it bounce on the water? That's weird. Okay. Are you gonna hit it? Is that boat moving? Dang, it's so close. Okay, let's try grabbing this one. At least they're forgiving. Oh, did it just hit it? Look, maybe it did? Okay, I guess I succeeded. I hope I don't have to do that a lot. That was really hard, and I didn't really know what I was doing most of the time. Oh, it just occurred to me that, as usual, I've forgotten to update my stream info. So while I'm flying this direction, I'm going to quickly type Falconeer into Twitch, and I'm going to type Falconeer into YouTube. I'm sure my bird's going to be fine. I'm just not even paying any attention. Okay, anyway. So now people aren't going to come here thinking they're going to see some Valhalla, because that is not what they're going to see. Unless, of course, by Valhalla you mean me dying and my bird going to bird heaven. Alright, so back through the thunderstorm.
Stay alert! Warbirds near the Imperial flagship. Pirate side wager. Weapons free. Use deadly force.
Okay, where? Ah, there's somebody.
Hang your skull around my neck.
Well, that's mean. You know what that is?
Remember, track the target, aim ahead of their trajectory, and roll your bird to avoid incoming fire.
Oh, wow. Hey, stop it. I'm having trouble. aiming at these guys. Yeah! It's like my bird constantly wants to sort of recenter itself. Like, or my aim wants to recenter itself. Like, I can't just aim myself in a direction and just have it hold steady. I'm just constantly fighting with the camera. I guess I am very accustomed to playing Star Wars Squadrons, which is in space.
A raid! They are aiming for Her Majesty's flagship! This is madness! Intercept them! Protect the Empress!
Anyway, yeah, so Star Wars Squadrons is definitely a, I mean, it's a space game, and so, like, your movement is much more absolute. You're not contending with aerodynamics and stuff like this, so...
You shall not stand in my way!
I don't... Oh, did I actually...
Get ready! This is a major bloody assault!
Did I actually hit a bird? I think I did. And the bird... I love the bird exploded. It didn't just, like, die like a bird. It exploded like a... Wait, is that my friend? Nah, I'm just shooting my own people. Where is anyone? I don't know. I don't know where anything is. Hi. Is that a bad guy? Is this a bad guy? Am I dead?
No!
Oh, no, the flagship failed.
The Empress! You traitors!
Was that expected? Is that part of the story, or... Did I fail?
Death is meaningless for us all. Now we can be reborn from the depths. Memories retained as splinters of our fractured self. But we fear the other, that which remains tied to us. You must become the other. Relive the lives of those lost.
So was failure part of the story? Could I have
In
succeeded?
order to discover the truth, we must start at the beginning with an ambitious heart. A first heartbeat will grow into 1,000 consequences. A good position amongst several currents makes Dunkel a favored stop for traders seeking to circumvent Imperial tariffs. A natural harbor, Dunkel has survived longer than many other settlements along the fringes of Imperial control, and boasts its own small mining concession along the moor.
Okay.
Choose now what stories and memories await you. What can be gleaned from these lives?
Ah, so I get to choose who I want to
Choose now
be.
what stories and memories await you.
Hey,
What can be gleaned from these lives?
you already said that. Oh, I must have an eye patch, obviously. Oh.
You grow up amongst a large company of mercenaries. You carry out the chores and learn the trade, and you have returned their investment. As a Falconeer, you are the last of a long line.
Okay, so it looks like this one's got
As a
more health.
Falconeer, you are the last of a long line.
Hey, shush.
Few remain, but your parents managed to save your family's armor. Shock Lance and the Decree. Ascend now.
So I'm picking the character with the most health because I think I need it.
On the Earthsea, the Imperial houses rule. The Mansour Order researches, maintains, and controls technology. And the common people, well, they do the work. Fish the Earthsea, trade between its settlements, and ultimately always suffer from the fragile balance of power between the Imperium and the Mansour Order. Few people are more aware of this than the people of Dunkel. A speck on the Earthsea, and barely a glimmer on the titanic struggles of the great houses. This part of the Earthsea has been plagued by pirates and criminals who find a welcome home far enough away from the Imperial law to do as they please.
Any greenhorn must get familiar with our holdings and our neighbours. You will start with a wide patrol, acclimatise yourself with the area, and deal with any threats.
Huh. Well, I don't fully understand what's going on, but that's the Falconeer. You see that it is a challenge to learn how to control this game because, I mean, honestly, I don't envy them the challenge that they took on for themselves because trying to make flight feel good and also feel legitimate is really hard, because it's like, if you give the player sort of maximum control, like you say might have in a space game, where you don't have any like forces of air pushing you around and stuff like that. That is one way to go. But if you want to try to create a feeling like you're actually banking in into the wind, and you're actually having this experience of being on a bird, that's like the big selling point of this game, is like really trying to make you feel like you're riding a bird. That means you have to introduce some more complexity to the feel of controlling the character. And with that complexity comes a much bigger challenge to try to make it feel, comprehensible to the player, make sort of the instincts that I bring to the game, having them pay off with, the game doing what I expect it to do. And so they've taken on a really big challenge with this game, and it has been difficult for me to get into it, to penetrate it, because the complexity is so high of trying to simulate this feel they're going for. But I love the art style. I love the whole approach to this world. I want to sort of vacation in this world, but I don't have very high hopes for my own ability to be able to control the bird the way that I need to in order to do well at it. But anyway, so it's a fascinating. I mean, if you're gonna, I love, one of the things I love about sort of the launch window of a console is that there's just a lot of people who, it's this weird opportunity for whoever happens to be able to finish a game on the right platform at the right time. Because there's so few next gen games, you really get to sort of stand out with something weird. And so I think every generation has got a few weird games that come out with the new console that sort of like take this flying leap and do something really strange to try to draw attention and make the sort of the new generation feel unique. And so it's so this is definitely one of those games, and I really appreciate sort of like the flying leap they're taking, literally flying leap that they're taking with the Falconeer. So anyway, with that, we'll wrap up this video and move on to something else. Right, of course, these are peanut butter Ritz, by the way.